I hope you're ready for a free game because today I'm going to show you how to produce 120 pieces of content and you just work for 1 hour. So we're going to move on to this sheet. So how to produce 120 pieces of short form content in literally 1 hour of work. Okay, so as you can see right here, there are different types of videos. And these are what you call long form videos. So what I recommend is making a content that's 45 minutes. So 45 minutes of just shooting content, of just yapping and talking, whether right here, whether it's a vlog, right? Or travel content or day in a life, whatever it is in your niche, whatever it is you do, these can work. Okay, so for example, we're going to start with this. Vlogging, travel, that's what I do on my YouTube, right? Day in a life. And then that's an example of a long form content. So that's an example of long form content. And then there is also right here a podcast. Okay, you guys have seen that podcast usually runs for about an hour. And podcast is basically you're talking to someone, or a solo podcast is also a thing, but we're going to talk about that later. So vlogs and then podcasts or training videos like what I'm doing right now. You guys can see that I am trying to train you guys with this sheet, so you can also do this like explanation videos, training videos, whether it's whiteboard, whether it's like digital board like this one, it works. So training videos. And then next is a sit down video. It's a solo podcast or a sit down video where you allocate 45 minutes of recording time and you just sit there and talk about your like strength or like your niche or whatever it is that you do. Okay, so we have these four. And the rule for this, it's 45 minutes of recording time. You just sit there for 45 minutes. You talk about something you like talking about. You talk about something that you're well educated in, and you just yap. You literally just yap and give value. But for now, we're going to do this. So after you record the 45-minute video, now you move on to editing right here. So editing, this is the timeline of editing. But if you edit this content, it's literally going to take you a while. Usually, if you're good, one video is going to take about 30 minutes, and that's minimum. And if you're new to editing, it could take you 1 hour to 2 hours for one 30-second or a minute video. Okay, so what do? So the way I function, right? I make a list and then I ask myself, can this be automated? Can this be delegated? Or can this be removed? This can't be removed, right? Because you're trying to produce content to make more money online. And then this, yes, there's AI stuff right now, but it can't be automated right now. So what are you going to do? Delegate it. And this is literally what I do for our customers. You don't have to do this, okay? You don't have to do this. I'm not making this video to sell you this. Like, I have enough customers and clients that we're working with. But this is an option. Like, I want to give you this option. So editing takes about, if you're really good, 30 minutes to an hour per 30-second video. So that's like 30 hours. So that's not going to work with our goal, which is to work in just an hour. Because 45 minutes, you can't finish a video in 15. So what you're going to do is you're going to utilize this, the digital plug. We don't charge a ton for editing content because we want to support you guys. So if that's something you want to do, DM me on Instagram, just ask. And I reply to all my DMs that literally comes in. I reply to every single one of them. So delegate. I promise you, you're not going to regret. This is, if you watch a lot of millionaires out there, this is the number piece of advice they're going to give you, is to delegate the editing. Editing takes so much time. And then you tend to overthink your content, how you speak, how you do certain things, and you end up not posting it. Because you just watch yourself for like more than 2 hours of you yapping and you don't like it and you get insecure. Anyways, so if you want to delegate that work, literally let me know. It's not going to be expensive, I promise you. So moving on. So now that you filmed the video, you delegate the editing, or you can edit it if you really want to, but that's not going to be an hour. Next is different types of short form content. We're going to start right here. So from my vlogs, you guys are going to see this on my Instagram. A lot of my content are like this. And you see this online. It's trending right now. It's literally like clips of you and like a POV text. I call this the POV style content. So it's usually going to have a text right here up top. Something inspiring or something you're doing or the topic of the video. Right? And you have trendy music in the background. And this is like trending. A lot of clippers, they use this style because that's how they make money. So they work with a client, right? Let's say Iman. So they work with Iman, and then now they're gonna pull videos or clipping from his YouTube videos, and if it goes viral, they get paid. And this is what people are doing right now. That's one style. So if you're doing vlogs, travel videos, this is perfect. Next is podcast clips. You guys have seen this. Like these two guys, Sean and Omar, are literally making a lot of money because of their content, because they're utilizing their long form content and transforming it to short form. And I've worked with Sean. So Sean literally sits there. He films about 4 to 6 podcasts a day. So that's 6 long form content plus, let's just say he pulls like 10 from each one. That's like a lot of content, right? And then what you're going to do after you film the podcast, you just schedule more podcasts. Dude, you're literally multiplying content. You just sit there for an hour per podcast, and a lot of content comes out of it. Next is like what we talked about, the training videos. You can have training snippets short form. So how it's going to work is you're literally showcasing what you're doing and just cutting the important part of that long form and posting it on Instagram. Literally just teasing people. Because you're going to drop the game on YouTube on the long form content. So now you're literally just doing this. Long form content, you have an editor that's going to pull from that long form, and now you can post it on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, or wherever you want. Lastly, and there's other options too, but this is what I have for you guys. Sit down talking videos. Now, the goal with the filming is to just sit there for 45 minutes talking. You can literally talk like her for like Shelby for 45 minutes and then just have the editor cut it per topic. Write down, I'm going to show you guys what I do to generate topics for my videos so I never run out of content. So right here, sit down talking videos. Put your camera in your car or whatever, talk for 45 minutes, and then the editor's going to cut it for you. And now you have unlimited content on your Instagram. Do that every day. Promise you, your Instagram is literally going to grow. It's going to grow. So now that you have this, right, you have long form. We talked about long form content, 4 types of long form content. We talked about delegating your editing because you don't need to waste time doing that. You should be focused on making more content, right? Leave the editing to the experts. It's faster, right? Time is money. Save your time. And then we also talked about this, different types of short form that you can create from these long forms. So we have black border, I call that black border content, podcast clips, training snippets, and sit down talking videos. So you have that 4. And now what do? Right? So let's say you pull 30, 30, 30, 30. Now what are you going to do? 30 pieces of content done and edited. What you're going to do is so you have filming, editing, and now the important part is distribution. This is why Luke Belmar blew up, right? And Andrew Tate, because of their distribution, like what they did. So you already got the videos edited and filmed. Might as well put them everywhere. Put them on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok, right? You pull 30 Instagram videos from one long form that you sat there for 45 minutes. And what are you going to do? You're going to upload that to Facebook, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok. So 30, 60, 90, and 120. You literally have 120 pieces of content going everywhere. Can you imagine how many eyeballs you're gonna get from that? And you just sat there for 45 minutes and you have 120 pieces of content. I can't stress it enough how important getting eyeballs are on your content. You can even add this to LinkedIn if you guys use that, but I don't really use LinkedIn. So that's an option. So now that you have 120 pieces of content literally distributed everywhere, what are you going to do? You're going to do this whole process again. Right? And how do you not? And I have a tip for you to never run out of content, and I'm giving it to you for free. Okay? You're going to use this. I created Flow. Flow is this AI system. It's in ChatGPT. Flow, I already programmed this with all the viral hooks. Basically what I did was I fed it with all the viral hooks. I did my research. I put it all in Flow, and you're having it literally for free. So what are you going to do? Flow, you literally give me 5 viral hooks and the topic is, and then type your topic. Content creation. Give me a topic about something very specific, like Sony FX3 settings, right? And then it's going to literally generate you hooks. So now what do you do with the hooks? You can even do this. Ask Flow to write you down like 45 hooks. And you just talk about those hooks. You start your word with that, or your sentence with that, your content. And then now you literally have everything automated. And then the other 15 minutes, so 45 minutes of filming, you get that edited. 15 minutes will go to posting. Posting literally takes a couple minutes. And to post all of that, that's going to equal to 15 minutes. It shouldn't take you that long. And then Flow is already automated. And I'll give this to you guys for free. Okay? My gift to you for finishing this video and taking action is literally giving this to you for free. Okay, so I'm going to have you guys, I'm either going to leave it in the description box, the link for Flow, or just DM me, literally just Flow on Instagram. You don't got to sell, you don't got to like do anything, but just message me Flow on Instagram and I'm literally going to send it to you. Okay, because I want to support you with making content, because I'm telling you guys, I've made a lot of money doing online stuff, by literally posting online. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment, send it to someone that needs it, and yeah, you're welcome. Flow giving you guys access to that. Thank you guys for watching.